affected, and so I'm going there.
Oh no.
So hopefully that will help.
Ah,
But I just have to
that's bad.
think positive.
Uh-huh.
It's a challenge.
All right. All right. Uh, wow. Okay. Joseph will come soon. Okay, but you're already aware of that. It's okay. It's good. People sometimes doesn't know the fact that has spiritual influence. So yeah, it's not good. But if you're aware of that, still okay. Yeah, but people tend to think that just like a materialistic way. I caught a bad thing like a COVID or yeah, that just like a physical condition. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, yeah. We need to see through the attacks. Yeah.
I also brought a box so I could take. My rack is very empty.
I think so. Yeah.
So I don't need to.
Yeah. Please fill out the Lord of Secret and Lord of the Sun, and also maybe soon come Lord of Messiah, bunch of Lord of Messiah from
a smaller book.
This will come maybe 2,000 bunches. Maybe next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we ordered.
To put on the rack?
Yes. Yeah, it's time. No hesitation, with no hesitation. Because yeah, maybe due to the mission this year, the yeah, spiritual circumstances is no good. We need to break through by something, God's intention. Yeah. We'll focus on the book more, I believe. Yeah. But the hope is Kadiolani from Wayanae. He is coming on 20th. And then I was wondering, he's still interested in the teaching or not, but he is still. Most people, 90% lost their interest after coming back home and lead the daily life, ordinary, and then they lost the interest to the truth. But he is not. He still have a the feeling. So yeah, a year, one person a year at least we get, and then maybe our active members are like how can I say fulfilling the mission. Yeah, but it's very difficult to find the certain person who has mission. Yeah, like that's the kind of thing. There are many people are invited, but the chosen people are very small. I guess Master said. So we need to expose ourselves more and more and give the opportunity to the many people. But to choose is depending on them. We cannot control. Yeah, just giving away the opportunity. Yes. Okay. Hi. Okay. Cold?
I got cold. Just
I think so. Down there. Colder. All right. Okay, so let's start this. Okay. Today it's gonna be okay. Internet connection better, and I sent correct link, I believe. And this service has a lot of points that we will run. So let's go. And this, okay. Right, so let's start with reciting the true words spoken by Buddha together. The true words spoken by Buddha, Ryuho Kao. There used to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy, and Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevails on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appear the 7 colors of rainbow, arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These 7 colors help each other, and there appears Buddha land. Buddha land is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love, or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom, or the land of teaching. Especially, this is the land of souls rest in peace. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. It means you're the boat sailing down the great river. The great river is a symbol of the course of lives. Each of you sails down as a small boat, so you need a boatman. If it were not for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock, and you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down the rapid stream, you need to plant in a stream. Then you can change your course. The true words means the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens up your days. Or to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you, now here listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go straightly on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have three aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your paths have already gone by, yet still your mistakes will be kept in your minds. That is a reason why you should understand other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both are children of Buddha and brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other, and it's time to forgive each other. This is eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the light of the dark night, the dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. It will show light to the future, to invite sad people to Buddha land. Now hear I command. There shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world, utopia, shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believing in one another. The world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas, believing that the light has reality, believing that love has reality, believing that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed with the light of bodhisattvas. Get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we vow to do so. I thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. As we talked about this year, there's a invisible pressure on us to members, especially because we have heavier mission than the other years in the past because of the laws of Messiah. I believe the stage of the teaching of a happy science arrived here to spread this teaching to the world. So the laws of Messiah is preached especially to the world of Christianity and Judaism, right? As you know. So the term of Messiah is in terms of Judaism especially. And Judaism is the basis of these world religions. All the religions are based on the Judaism, maybe Islam, Christianity, and so on. Yeah. So we're gonna be changing our paradigm into the more bigger picture by Lode Cantare, expanding our perspective to not only for thousands of years, like Jesus Christ born and Moses was born, something like that. This is within 3,000 years, but we are expanding our perspective to 150 million years or 330 million years to the past, the beginning of creation. This is our truth of happy science that we are based on. So today we're gonna go into the secret of the earth. It's called the heart of the earth. Before going to that, we will watch the movie of welcoming people.
One source, one planet, one people. Under the sun of the truth that is now rising. the universal truth that transcends religious differences. Happy Science is a universal religion for today, founded by Master Ryuho Okawa in 1986, with members in over 100 countries. Beyond language, beyond skin color, beyond nations. To share a common understanding, to open a future filled with light. One source, one planet, one people. Welcome to Happy Science.
Right. Thank you. So this service is going to chapter 4 of Laws of Messiah. The title is The Heart of the Earth. The subtitle, Shambhala, that promotes spiritual awakening of humanity. Right? So today's service is divided into 4 parts. What is Shambhala in the first place? What is the aim of Shambhala's existence? The third, the story of Isa, Jesus. Yeah. Fourth, for protecting the heart of the earth. And the third subject is kind of interesting to you. Yeah. Okay. So let's go straight down. So first, what is Shambhala? Yeah. Shambhala is sometimes heard in theosophy that was preached by Russians maybe 100 years ago, something. Shambhala is a spiritual center of the earth that is located below Mount Everest or somewhere around it, and the entrances are in places such as India and Nepal. So those who are at the level of master or guru in each field are given the opportunity to accumulate spiritual training in Shambhala. This is spiritually speaking. So you will be invited in a dream or in a physical way, both, either. So there are also beings that have come to the earth all the way from the other galaxies. Some of these beings have come to the earth with the aim of carrying out spiritual and mental training in Shambhala. Yeah, that is a fact. And to be honest, the neighboring country, China, which mainly focuses on materialistic science, has started a significant battle in this world. So Shambhala has a stronger sense of crisis. Yeah. But a large part of Shambhala is veiled in mystery, and its secrets almost never go out. In recent times, starting around the 1800s, some of the secrets of Shambhala came out in the form of theosophy. Yeah, Mrs. Blavatsky in Russia researched this kind of things and they piled up into theosophy. That is now all the basis of spiritual movement right now, like a new age or meditation or something like that in the west coast of the US. All the kind of new age or spiritual movement is based on this theosophy created by Blavatsky in Russia in the 1800s, right? So the master of the top leader of Shambhala on earth is Alcantara, a part of Alcantara that does not appear in this world, that's hidden. Yeah, this is Shambhala, comprehensive understanding. And what is the aim of Shambhala's existence? Yeah, so living in this world is like a floating weed, but the secrets of Shambhala played an important role for the floating weed like religions to grow their roots and take roots in the soil at the bottom of the water. It is extensive training to fully understand that the spiritual world is the true home of our souls, and that soul training, in other words, the training of the mind, which is the core part of the soul, is the very reason why humans are living on this earth as advanced animals. Yeah. Through such training, they are trying to strengthen their spiritual senses over physical senses. That is a main purpose of their training. And Shambhala is providing the training with the people who are invited. But you may be invited already here in Hawaii. I feel, yeah, here has a great spirituality succeeded by Mu continent. The people know something, yeah, greater than this world already. And you are in the sacred place. So you have something already, right? So please feel something in your mind attuned with this chapter 4 today. Okay, let's go to Master's lecture about the training in Shambhala to know the hidden truth in the spirit world.
そうですね。この地上の世界が長くなったり、地上の方が住みよくなったりしすぎますと、霊的世界なくてもいいような気になってくる。この世の方が住みよいっていう人が増えてくる。だから肉体中心、そして、物質中心の世界の方がみんなの関心がそっちに向いてますよね。今、科学が発展して機械文明が過去、1万年の中ではかなり高いところまで今来ていると思うんですけれども、そういうものの中にも、人間としての迷いが生じる様子が、ございます。時代時代によって違いは、出てきますけれども、今の時代は経済が発展して、それがこの霊的な文明の建設にどれほど寄与するのかという問題もあって、経済の発展がもし人を有物的な方向に導き、この世での生き方のみに執着する人が増えてくるというならちょっと問題があると言わざるを得ない。そういう意味で、シャンバラは地球の霊的な中心だし、宇宙からも地球で修行目的を持っているものなんかも一部来たりしてはおります。ただその多くはベールに包まれていって、中の秘密が外に出ることはほとんどございません。近年では1800年代ぐらいからですね、このシャンバラの秘密が新知学という形で一部外に出たこともありますが、この世がちょうど近代化して、物質科学文明が発展してきている時でありましたので、そうした、シャンバラの秘密を解く者にも迫害が与えられて、詐欺インチキの類として、結構この的には、阻害されることもありましたが、水面下では世界各地のいろんな宗教の底流に流れていって、宗教が根を生やすための何でしょう、この世に生きているというのは浮き草のようなものなので、浮き草から根を伸ばして水中に、そして、水底の土の中に根を下ろしていくための大事な部分となっていると思います。こうした霊的な世界、精神的な世界こそ魂の本拠地であって、で魂の修行、言葉を変えれば 魂の中枢部である、心の修行こそが人間がこの地球に、高等動物として住んでいる理由なんだということを徹底的に悟るための修行をすることになります。そして修行を通してこの肉体的なものの感覚よりもこの霊的なものの感覚を強くするということが主たる目的なんですね。そうした時に、霊的な自覚は出てくるんですが、ここで一種の魔境というものを経験いたしまして、この肉体が有利して霊的な存在としての自己をつかみ始めるんですけれども、その時に必ず魔境が現れてさまざまなまどわかしが来ます。そのまどわかしをしているものは、本来霊界の生き物あるいは存在であるにもかかわらず、霊になってもまだこの世が自分の本拠地だと思っているものであり、またそう多くのものを思わせたいと思っている者たちですね魔性の者たちが現れてきて、この世の誘惑で、釣ってくるということが起きますね。だから食睡眠っていうのは食欲性欲睡眠欲っていうのは、人間の、肉体として生きていく間での、根本的な欲の、代表的なものです、けれども、それに絡めていろんな魔性がこう現れてくることはございます。動物霊たちもほとんどはこの世界から逃れることは、できないので、動物霊であっても何らかの超能力的なものを持って神のように崇められたりする、ことも、あちこちで行われていることも、ございます。こうした動物霊の変化心としての魔性もありますが、人間霊ではあったけれども人間としていた時に何か強い欲望を持っていて、その欲望の権限みたいな形で四次元に界にとどまっているものも数多くいます。この辺りから地上に転生を繰り返しているものを四回転生というふうに一般的には言っております。ただそうした四回転生しているものの中にもまた力の強いものが出てきたりもしますので、地獄界というところでの魔王とか悪魔とかになる場合もありますが、もう一つは裏側といわれる世界の中で特殊な能力を身につけた者が神を気取って自分の特有の能力で人々を彼らの言葉からで言えば信仰させ、他の人々の言葉で言えば惑わしている場合もございますね。こういうふうにこの世において霊的になろうとして修行をするときには必ず惑わかしというものが現れてきて、結構厳しい目に遭います。でその結果途中でですね、いかに自分が霊的な存在であるかということを確信できるかどうかということですね。これが試されることになります。
Yeah, all right. So actually, if you feel something heavier than the previous year, that is your spirituality that you brought up the last year by laws of secret. Yeah, you enhanced your spirituality so that you feel something invisible than the previous yourself. So you grew up, but at the same time you have the danger of getting lost in this kind of spiritual things. So this is the point. We will be careful about. So yeah, okay, so we knew the secret of the real heaven and hell, right? Yeah, we are influenced by these two worlds as bigger than heaven, because real heaven and hell is still having a sense of physical things that they are sticking to. Then they are very closer to the three-dimensional world than heaven. So we can feel it bigger than the heavenly world, but it's not actual. The heavenly world is bigger than the hell or real heaven. If we feel that, the kind of heaven more than the hell and real heaven, we are in the right path. But you feel something evil more than the heavenly things, you are now in the dangerous state. So let's get together, not by yourself alone, but we get together to protect our spirituality towards better thing, right? Not the worst thing. Okay, that's the purpose of the training in this world. We grew as a spiritual person. At the same time, we grew and at the point to understand the existence of hell or real heaven. This is like a growing up, yeah, to know both good and evil is to grow, yeah. So not avoiding it, but we go farther from the point. Okay, then what matters is how deeply you are aware that you are spiritual energy, not the physical body. While you live in a physical body in this world, you need to seek the mental attitude, the spiritual training, and the heart of the enlightenment that you have seen, you have been seeking in heaven, right? And in this world, you remember the enlightenment and seek farther path to God. This is our purpose on earth. In the process of making efforts to attain such a state of mind in this world, your soul is being polished. In other words, having a physical body and having to eat to survive in this world is like an obstacle race. Yeah, we are in the obstacle race. We have a handicap to be awakened to the truth, but the obstacle makes you stronger in spirituality. There are things that you can easily overcome by becoming spiritual more. Yeah, not returning back to the physical body, but you are going further to the spirituality. But in this world, there will be obstacles. Yeah. But the key to opening the door to such a world will not be given to you unless you become capable of controlling your desire for worldly benefits, or the 6 worldly delusions, that is greed, anger, foolishness, this conceit, and wrong views, right? Those are 6 worldly delusions that delude you as physical body. So it will not be given as long as many of you feel you are deprived of freedom and find it absurd and unfair if you are given precepts like rules to control your actions or your desire for self-realization. If you stumble at such a primitive level, unfortunately, it will be very difficult to enter the world of mastery. So it's kind of harsh words, but the actual fact to the people who wants to be awakened. So we are now in this stage through laws of secret at now laws of Messiah. Let's acknowledge it through today's service. Okay. Okay, let's go to the third point, the story of Isa, Jesus. Okay. So first we will listen to Master's lecture, and after that, the proof of the Isa's story. Okay.
なおシャンバラには、イエス・キリストなども、古墳学の本の中には書かれていると思いますけれども、生きている間に、修行の旅に出たことはあります。で、イエス・キリストは30歳ぐらいから、登場して3年間、教えを説いて33歳ぐらいで十字架にかかっていると言われますが、この33年の生涯の中でですね、謎の17年ぐらいがあると言われています。30歳するに以前の時代ですね、何をしてたのかがわからない。一時期エジプトに行ってたことも分かってはいます。エジプトで神官から学んだり、またエジプトにあった大きな図書館等での昔のアトランティス文明から伝わっている文献等の勉強をしたこともありますが、当時のエジプトにはイエス時代のエジプトにはもう仏教が伝わってきて、エジプトの中にはお寺もございました。仏教のお寺もありまして、インドの方にもう一段高い霊的な磁場があり、そうした宗教もあるということで、旅行をして、西インドにまで到達して、昔の仏教にあたるものも一部学んでいますし、ヨガにあたる部分も一部学んでいるところは、ございます。
Oh yes. I forgot to include doubt in the sixth worldly desires. Okay. So yeah, greed, anger, foolishness, and conceit, doubt, wrong views. Okay. Right. So as Master said, actual fact is memorizing Jesus traveling to India and Egypt and Greece. Okay, so let's watch the olden movie of this fact.
2,000 years ago, the world was at a low spiritual ebb. The days of the biblical prophets were past. Then one man, Jesus of Nazareth, in 3 short years changed the course of history forever. The biblical account of the life and teachings of Jesus covers the periods in his life from birth to age 12 and from age 30 to his crucifixion. This leaves 18 years, the major part of his life, unaccounted for. Here in this land of spiritual receptivity, the birthplace of Rama, Krishna, and Buddha, the lives of saints and holy men are revered and preserved in ancient texts and documents. In the archives of an ancient Tibetan monastery, there are said to be records originally written in India in the ancient Pali language and later translated into Tibetan, dealing with the life of an extraordinary saint known to the Buddhists as Isa. The life story of Saint Isa closely resembles the life of Jesus Christ. revealing what may well be the lost years of Jesus. Our search for the legend of Saint Isa takes us to Srinagar, in the Kashmir Valley of India. It is here, north of Srinagar, in a remote ancient monastery, that scrolls telling of the life and death of Saint Isa were found. Northeast, along the Trans-Himalayan range in the India-China border of what was once Tibet, we find Leh, the capital of Ladakh. This ancient city lies in the Indus River Valley, high in the Kashmir region of India. Very few Westerners have ever visited this remote city, dotted with monasteries and castles of ancient kings. This road, approaching Leh, is paralleled by long prayer walls, each of these stones bearing a Buddhist prayer. 20 miles beyond Leh is Himas, one of the principal Buddhist monasteries of the country. It was here, in 1887, that a Russian traveler named Nicholas Notovich came after hearing stories of ancient writings about a man the Buddhists call Saint Isa. Notovich approached the head lama at the Himas monastery with a request to see the writings, and was politely refused with the statement that perhaps he could see them on his next visit. Since getting there once had been an extremely arduous task, he had his doubts about returning. Shortly after departing, his donkey fell, and Notovich broke his leg. He asked to be taken back to Himas to convalesce, and during his second visit, the Lama relented. Notovich had a member of his party translate the scrolls as he wrote down the verses. It is said that the scrolls are accurate records of the stories carried to the east by merchant caravans, and that the legend was written shortly after the caravans brought word of the crucifixion of Saint Isa. The manuscripts read to Notovich by the Lama of the Himas monastery were collections of different copies written in the Tibetan language. They were translations of the original scrolls written in ancient Pali. The originals, Notovich learned, were in the library of Lhasa in Tibet, where the Dalai Lama resided. In 1925, the late Swami Abhedananda, a direct disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahansa and founder of the Ramakrishna Vedanta Math in Calcutta, wrote a book about his travels in which he told of going to Himas and seeing the same manuscript Notovich saw. He had been skeptical of Notovich's claim and was determined to find the scrolls or expose the fraud. His book, entitled Kashmiri o Tibeti, includes a translation of 14 chapters, a total of 224 stanzas relating to the life of Saint Isa. Stanzas strikingly similar to the Notovich version. According to the legend, Isa traveled overland and by sea, arriving in an area called the Sindh, which is located in the Indus River Valley region of North India. He was 14 when he crossed the Sindh, going south to Palipana in Gujarat, where he studied with the Jains in their temples. He traveled to Jagannath in Orissa to study the Vedas and Upanishads with the Brahmin priests. He spent 6 years in North India studying the scriptures in the holy cities of Jagannath and Benares, and then journeyed north to the Himalayas, to the country of the Gautamides, the followers of the Buddha, mastering the teachings of Buddha. Isa left India in his 26th year and traveled to Persia, which is now Iran, where he stopped at Persepolis, a great spiritual center of the time. Next he went to Athens, land of the philosopher kings, Homer, Aristotle, and Plato. And finally to Alexandria, Egypt, where he learned the secrets of the Great Pyramids. Isa was 29 when he returned to Palestine, where he was to fulfill his destiny.
Yeah. So it's natural to think he knew the reincarnation system. It's already omitted from the Bible, but yeah, he was a Buddhism priest in India to learn Buddha's teaching. Yeah, so he already was familiar with Buddhism teachings. Yeah, this is actual fact. So all the source is connected to one source. Okay, so we can understand us as a being who reincarnate, who have been reincarnating repeatedly under God on earth. I mean El Cantare. You have been disciples of Lord El Cantare for millions of years. Yeah. And then now you are born in the US and try to spread the truth throughout the world. Like the ancient monks or priests did. You are the ones. So this is truth in your souls. Okay, please understand well about this. So Jesus chose to be crucified, knowing he would lose his life on earth. And some people may see it as being weak in worldly intelligence and say that Jesus did not have a strong will to live or lacked the wisdom to survive. But this is a matter of spiritual awakening. For those who believe 100% in the existence of the soul and the mind, which is a core part of the soul, and who have 100% confidence in controlling their minds, living spiritually, is all that matters, and everything in this world is just an extra. This is beyond the comprehension of the disciples, but masters like Jesus are different in this context. So in terms of the discipline of our soul, to train ourselves as a spiritual body, not physical body, Jesus Christ knew 100% he was spiritual being, so he abandoned himself, right? So think that way. The truth is all the same in Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam, and so on. Right. Okay, so go back to the master's lecture regarding the Jesus soul. Yeah, there's more than that.
同じようなことは最近ではイエスの分身ではないかということは、幸福科学がこれは初めて言い出したことだと思いますが、ビートルズのジョン・レノンですね、リーダーだったジョン・レノンも今幸福科学の方によく出てきて音楽の指導等もしているようですけども、ジョン・レノンもこの、イギリスに生まれて、リバプールからイギリス、そしてドイツ等で、活動してたわけですけども、途中から人生が変わっていますね。途中から人生が変わってアデプトになるための修行を積まなければいけなくなっています。それで、列車に乗って、インドの方に向かうことになるわけですが、その時に最初に結婚した妻とも別れを迎えることになっていますね。そして、ちょっとしたヨガ修行のようなものをやって、インドで霊的なある種の衝撃を受けていますね。でその後日本人である、小野陽子という人と、結婚してからのジョン・レノンはそれまでのジョン・レノンとちょっと違ったジョン・レノンになってますね。だから東洋的なイニシエーションが 彼には加わったということで、ビートルズの他のメンバーとも距離ができていっておりますけれども、彼の本来の使命の方にかなり引っ張られたと、いうことですね。これも、この世では完全にその業を全うすることはできなかった、その一部の先駆的な部分だけを示しただけにとどまってはおりますけれども、霊的にも今また仕事を始めているんではないかなと思います。ですから、イエスもインドに行っていますけれども、ジョン・レノンもインドに行ってある種の覚醒を得ていることは、知っておいた方が良いと思います。
Yeah. So British broadcasting company BBC searched about this fact. John Lennon went to India. So that was shown in the news, even in Japan, translated in Japanese. And Master Ryuhokawa watched it in this year. So it's showing the Master Maharishi, that is a guru of John Lennon at the moment. He was a leader of Shambhala, living in India, actually. Then he passed away, but he appeared to Master in this year and gave the spiritual message. Yeah, he was a guru, one of the guru of Shambhala, and actually born in India, and gave the initiation to John Lennon as a spirit, branch spirit of Jesus Christ. And in India, they changed their course about their music style. Yeah, and in India, they go deeper into political field. Yeah, John Lennon was apart from the other members at this point, and John created a song. It's called Revolution. Revolution 1. That was created in India, actually, under the training of Guru Maharishi. And that is the song against Communism Party in China, right? You can see it in the film. Like, that was a masterpiece of Beatles. This song is included in the White Album, like this. So you say you change the constitution, well, with all love to change your head. You tell me it's an institution when you better free your mind instead. But if you go carrying pictures of first chairman Mao, you ain't gonna make it with anyone anyhow. Yeah. Yeah, by this song, they cannot go into China. They are not allowed go into China by the communism government. But like this, John Lennon, as a branch soul of Jesus Christ, did the same thing, what we are doing now. The warning to the totalitarianism in China will be the greatest dangers to Earth now. So he was invited to Shambhala in India and got an initiation to protect the Earth, right? So this is chapter 4. Okay, so let's listen again. You ain't gonna make it with anyone anyhow. Yeah, you'll see him as Jesus Christ. Yeah. Actually, not total soul, but a branch soul, a part of the light of Jesus Christ was born into earth. So now you can see Agnes Cho in Hong Kong. She is too part of his Jesus soul on earth right now to proclaim the Hong Kong's human rights towards against China, but she was persecuted, right, in the jail right now, like Jesus Christ, right? So for protecting the heart of the earth, the last part of this service, coming back to the issues of this world, China has become a nation of materialistic science and is threatening India and its surrounding countries. They try to invade parts of India and other areas surrounding Mount Everest, but there is a strong power at work to protect these areas from these periods. From now on, many incidents will occur that will make it clear to the eyes of people which is a true world, the spirit world or the world on earth. So there still are a lot of secrets regarding this, and now not everything can be revealed now. When Shakyamuni Buddha was born near the border between Nepal and India and spread Buddhism in Nepal and India, Shambhala was almost determined to be the spiritual center of the earth. There was also a time when Europe was at its highest, nearly 10,000 years ago. God Odin was revered mainly in Northern Europe. Since then, until the Celtic civilization was virtually ruined, Northern Europe had been the spiritual center. Greece was also once a spiritual center in Europe. In such a way, the spiritual field shifts with the rise and fall of civilizations. Depending on its civilization, the spirit world will rise and fall, right? So the important point, currently in a worldly context, Shambhala is located beneath Mount Everest, but because the spiritual center shifts in tandem with the rise and fall of civilization on Earth, Happy Science voices its opinions on the development of international politics and economics and wars on Earth. Yeah, it's not separated. In this meaning, you can know, yeah. So there was once an advanced civilization and a spiritual center in Atlantis. But when the Atlantis civilization was destroyed, the gods in those times had no choice but to choose other places to be born into. The same was true when the moon continent sunk into the ocean, as was the case with the Lemuria civilization that flourished around the Indian Ocean between India and Africa, but eventually sank due to people's materialistic mind. So this civilization is going same or not, is now depending on our movement, but led by Lord Alcantara on us. So we will win this movement. So thus, you are now carrying out both this worldly devolution and the spiritual revolution. In doing so, you need this philosophy of Shambhala. Yeah. All right. So we covered the points today, but we have a little bit short movie. Spiritual message from Metatron, right in the times of crisis. This is the voice from the space route of Jesus Christ, right? Metatron is in the Old Testament. The name is appearing in the Old Testament. But Master Ihokawa revealed this name is the space route of Jesus Christ. Yeah. So more than 300 millions of years, more than that, before Earth, there are civilizations on other planets, right? Yeah, believe it. And then Jesus Christ was there, like Metatron, right? So he sent the spiritual message right now. So will the vaccination measures end in a cat and mouse game like that? Okay. So breaking down more down to earth, we will know the fact that coronavirus was created by China. Okay. Mm.
まだこれは考えがもうございまして、世界各国でこのワクチン開発してますけれども、本当は、これを長く研究してたのは中国だけなんで、ウイルス兵器を作っていく際にワクチンも同時に研究するのはまあ普通ですので、もう彼らは15年以上研究してきているので、去年あたりから研究し始めた他の国とはだいぶもうこの辺の長さが違いますので、各国が作ったワクチン打って、まあ、それでいけると思ってマスク外したりしてますけども、実はそれで終わらないことになっていて、最終的には本当は中国製のワクチンでないと効かないようにするのが目的なん実はそうなんです。だからそうするとどうなるかというと、ワクチン外交一つで世界をまたもう一回ひざまずかせることができる。だから貿易額の大きさでもひざまずかすことができたり、資金で他の国に債務がいっぱいある国に資金を投下して支配することもできる。軍事的に脅すこともまあできるっていうまあもありますけれども、このウイルスが世界中に流行って中国が開発したワクチン以外では止められないというようなことになったら、もうみんな中国にひれ伏すしかないこともありますね。この選択肢まで、まあ、実はもう考えてあるということです。
基本的にはそのワクチン対策っていうのは効かないんだっていう前提でやっぱりこう考えないと。
まあいたちごっこですからね。だからいや効く場合もありますよ。だから中国が言うことを完全に飲めば効くんです。止めてくれるからね、その段階で。もうじゃあオタクとはじゃあ有効状態になったからもうそういうことはしないと。まあこれよくあるなんていうかね、悪役レスラーがレフェリーが見てないところでこう悪いことを、見てないところ、見えに見えない視覚のところでこう悪いことをするのがあるような感じで、実はやってるんだけども、悪いことやってるんだけど、やってるということを感じさせながらその証拠は見せないようにやるっていう、そんなことを一生懸命研究する頭もあるんですね、世の中には。だからこれはオープンな透明な社会ではちょっとありえないことなんですけども、そういうことは平気でできる国っていうのはやっぱあることはあるんだと。まあ2000年ぐらい前だったらいっぱいあったようなことですけどね。まあそういうことがあるということですね。
Yes. Yeah, we can see it. All right, actually. And yeah, I'll review it. Well, it's like a cat and mouse game, isn't it? No, it can work in some cases. It does work if you completely swallow what China demands. They'll stop the spreading at the stage. They will say, well, now that we are on friendly terms with you, we won't cause harm anymore. It's like when a heel wrestler does something terrible out of the referee's eye shot. Okay, although he's doing bad things and throwing out a hint, he never leaves a clue. Like such a villain, some people are working really hard on such a kind of plot in this world. Yeah, this situation is quite inconceivable in an open and transparent society, but there are countries where such things can be done without hesitation or shame. Well, about 2000 years ago, there are many such cases. This is also happening now. Okay, so we can see China like this. Okay, they are doing bad things obviously, but there's no proof in this world, so we cannot blame them, right? So like Trump did, right? So this is this real world. Knowing it, we will aim at the ideal world, Right? So in conclusion, regarding this book, the afterword, like this, to resolve the confusion of the world today, people all over the world must know the age of the God of Genesis and the age of the God who indicated the criteria to divide heaven and hell. And now, in the 21st century, is the third descent. The age of Alcantara has begun. The laws of Alcantara will reveal the Genesis, the right way for humanity, and the mission of the Earthlings in the space age. Yeah, China is doing bad things like this, backed by space beings, that they came from the real space, the dark side of the universe. Then they are empowering China. So Xi Jinping was so strengthened in the thinking way to conquer the world, like his past life, Genghis Khan did throughout all Europe and Russia and some of the Middle East. Yeah, so one road, one belt policy in China is now similar with Genghis Khan did. Yeah, as we see, now Master Hokawa try to resolve it by spreading the truth to the world. And if it spread it, that's done. But otherwise, the humankind's destiny will be ruined. This is a crisis of the earth right now. So as we learned in chapter 2, many prophets warned to the ages and people, but they didn't listen to that voice, and the civilization was ruined. We're not going to repeat it. In conclusion, in times of difficulties, humanity shall know the appearance of the God of the earth and his teachings. This book is one of the new Bible or new Buddhist scriptures. Whether you have this book or not will determine the course of your future. Yeah. Okay. So let's conclude with reciting prayer for the development of our temple, wishing for spreading the truth throughout Hawaii this year. Prayer for the development of our temple. Buddha, our Lord, thank you deeply for giving us a temple, a missionary base from which to spread Buddha's truth and enlighten believers. Buddha, our Lord, encountering Buddha on earth at the time of his reincarnation is such a miraculous opportunity, like coming across the blossom of the Udambara, the flowers once every 3,000 years, or like the blind turtle finding a single piece of driftwood in the middle of a vast ocean. We are so blessed to have the connection with Buddha, to see and hear the precious lectures that come from the golden mouth of Buddha with our own eyes and ears. This is the greatest happiness of our lives. It is our mission, the devotees of this temple, to tell others of this happiness and extend it to many. Buddha, our Lord, we hereby pledge to join hands and deepen our faith, to endeavor to study the truth, to strive for further enlightenment, and to make the utmost effort in missionary work and in happiness planting. We will surely develop this temple entrusted by Buddha. We will increase believers, nurture them, and bring many who will be enthusiastic in seeking enlightenment, in advancing missionary work, in spreading the books of truth, in making offerings, and having a good influence on society. In the course of time, we will build many shojas and temples in every area of our country, and we will spread Buddha's truth all around the world increase believers, and build the bases of light. Buddha, our Lord, our mission is to save every single person through practicing Buddha's law to the utmost. We will produce countless bodhisattvas who become the pillars of their country, a light for the world. Oh, we thank you deeply for hearing our prayer for the development of our temple. Right. Thank you for joining today. So see you again for the next week online. I'm broadcasting from Kauai on February 13th. And the next week, February 20th, we'll invite Mr. Utebi from Media Division online at LA. So he will show the importance of the next movie, Cherry Bushido. So it's shown in screen in Hawaii from March 11th at Dole Cannery near Costco. So look forward to it. And the last Sunday in February, we'll change the style of service into koan session. Okay, we'll converse with each other, considering and pondering on the koan that Master Hokawa gave us in early 90s in Japan. It's the very time to spread the truth throughout Japan. Only Master Hokawa conveyed the truth to audience in the big venue, but disciples couldn't do that. Only Master Hokawa tried to convey the truth, but Master Hokawa gave us the koan, the sentence to learn how to convey the truth to the people. So that's compiled in on the mission in the book. So we can contemplate it like a discussion and contemplation in the service on the very last Sunday of February 27th. Okay, so let's meet online next week and come back to Yoichi Utebi's service on 20th. Okay, so see you. Aloha.